Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Amna e-commercewali. I am student Rehan AI teacher training institute batch 21. Today I ask some question from ChatGPT. Hello,
Hey, great to have you here. If there's anything you'd like to dive into or any other thoughts you have, I'm all ears.
how are you?
Hi again. If you were thinking of something else or if you have a new topic on your mind, just let me know. I'm ready to help with whatever you need.
Thank you. I have some question.
Of course, feel free to ask whatever's on your mind. I'm here and ready to help.
Okay, sure. What does it mean to be present?
Yeah, being present basically means fully engaging with the current moment, not getting lost in the past or worrying about the future. It's about really noticing what's happening around you and also tuning into how you feel inside. It's like giving your full attention to right now.
Why is being present important?
Being present is really important because it helps you connect more deeply with your experiences and the people around you. It reduces stress by keeping you out of worry mode, and it also boosts focus and gratitude so you get more out of each moment.
How can you focus on the current moment?
Yeah, a good way to focus on the present is to use simple mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or paying attention to the sensations of your body. You can also minimize distractions like putting your phone away and just gently bring your mind back whenever it starts to wander.
Okay, how can you focus on the current moment?
Yeah, a big help is using small grounding exercises, like noticing 5 things you can see, hear, or feel right now. You can also set reminders, like a little alarm every hour, to bring you back to the present. And practicing regularly just helps you get better at it over time.
Okay, what is mindfulness?
Yeah, mindfulness is basically paying full attention to the present moment on purpose without judging it. It's about noticing your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings just as they are. And it often helps reduce stress and increase focus and clarity.
Okay, how can deep breathing help you stay present?
Yeah, deep breathing is really helpful because it shifts your focus away from distractions and calms your nervous system. When you slow down and breathe deeply, you anchor yourself in the here and now, which makes it easier to tune into the present moment.
Okay, what are distraction?
Yeah, distractions are basically anything that pulls your attention away from what you're trying to focus on. They can be external, like noise or notifications, or internal, like your own wandering thoughts, and they just pull you out of that focus state.
How can you avoid distraction?
Yeah, one way is to minimize external distractions. So turn off notifications, find a quiet space. And internally, you can practice redirecting your attention. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to your task. It takes practice, but it really helps.
Okay, how can you avoid? Why should we not think too much about the past?
Yeah, it's because overthinking the past can keep you stuck in regret or worry. It pulls you out of the present moment and it drains your energy. So by staying focused on now, you have more clarity to act and shape a better future.
Okay, how can you avoid distraction?
Yeah, so one way is to set boundaries, like deciding when you'll check emails or social media. You can also create a dedicated workspace, and if your mind wanders, just bring it back gently, one step at a time.
Okay, why should we not think too much about the past?
Yeah, so if we get stuck thinking too much about the past, it can keep us from moving forward. We lose energy, we might get caught in regret or what if thinking, and it stops us from fully experiencing or shaping what's happening now.
Why should we not draw too much about the future?
Yeah, if we focus too much on the future, we can start to feel anxious or overwhelmed. We might miss opportunities in the present or get stuck in endless planning. So, balancing a vision for the future with being grounded in now helps us stay calm and effective.
Okay, how can you enjoy the present moment?
Yeah, you can enjoy the present moment by really engaging with your senses. Notice what you see, hear, smell, and feel. You can also express gratitude, savor small things, and let go of the need to rush or control everything. Just be here now.
Okay, what is one way to relax your mind?
One really effective way is through guided meditation or deep breathing exercises. When you focus on slow, intentional breathing, it calms your nervous system, reduces stress, and brings your mind into a more peaceful present state.
How can you stay calm in a busy situation?
Yeah, staying calm in a busy situation often comes down to slow, steady breathing and keeping your focus on one thing at a time. You can also give yourself a mini pause, just a few seconds to collect your thoughts before you respond. That helps keep you grounded.
Why is it important to listen carefully?
Yeah, listening carefully is so important because it helps you understand others fully, so you avoid misunderstandings. It also shows respect, builds trust, and gives you the chance to respond thoughtfully rather than just reacting.
Okay. How can you improve your focus?
Yeah, a great way to improve your focus is to break tasks into smaller, manageable chunks and set specific time blocks, like using the Pomodoro technique. Also, limit distractions, keep a routine, and take short breaks to keep your mind fresh.
Okay. How you can you bring your attention back?
Yeah, when you notice your mind wandering, just gently acknowledge it without judgment and bring your focus back to your task or your breath. You can even use a cue, like a word or a sensation, to remind yourself to come back each time.
What is a simple mindfulness exercise?
Yeah, a simple one is just to sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Notice each inhale and exhale. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to your breathing. Start with a few minutes a day and build from there.
Okay. How can nature help you stay present?
Yeah, nature is awesome for that. When you spend time outside, whether it's just a walk or sitting by a tree, you naturally slow down, tune into the sights and sounds, and it just pulls you back into the present moment.
Why should you slow down sometimes?
Yes, slowing down is really important because it helps you avoid burnout, be more intentional, and notice details you'd otherwise miss. It gives your mind space to rest, and often when you slow down, you make better decisions and feel more grounded.
Okay. How can you enjoy small moment in life?
Yeah, you can start by practicing small moments of awareness, like really savoring a bite of food or pausing to notice how you feel in a conversation. You can also set reminders throughout the day to just stop, breathe, and appreciate the now.
What is the benefit of being present while study?
Yeah, when you're present while studying, you actually absorb information better. You focus more deeply, so your comprehension improves, and you retain knowledge longer. Plus, it reduces stress because you're not distracted or scattered, so you get more done in less time.
Okay. How can you stay present during a conversation?
Yeah, to stay present in a conversation, really focus on the other person, make eye contact, listen to their words without planning your response ahead of time, and just notice how you feel. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back so you're really tuned in.
Why is eye contact important?
Yeah, eye contact is important because it shows you're engaged and paying attention. It builds trust, helps you read emotions, and it keeps both of you connected in the moment so the conversation flows more naturally.
How can you control your thoughts?
Yeah, you can't always control your first thought, but you can control your response. When you notice a thought, you can acknowledge it and then gently redirect your focus back to what you want to think about, like through breathing or a specific anchor.
Okay, what is positive things thinking?
Yeah, of course. Positive thinking is basically focusing on the good in situations, expecting positive outcomes and reframing challenges. It doesn't mean ignoring problems, but it helps you stay motivated, resilient, and open to possibilities.
Okay, how can gratitude help you stay present?
Yeah, gratitude really helps because it shifts your focus to what's here and now, rather than getting caught up in regrets or anxieties. When you pause and notice what you're thankful for, you naturally anchor yourself in the present moment, appreciating what's right in front of you.
What are your five senses?
Yeah, the five senses are sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. They're how we take in the world around us, and paying attention to them can really ground you in the present moment since they're always happening right now.
Okay. How can your sense help you focus?
Yeah, your senses help bring you back to the present because they give you something concrete to focus on. For example, noticing a sound or a texture or a smell can anchor you right in the here and now, which quiets that mental chatter and keeps you centered.
What is one thing you can see right now?
Yeah, so right now I can see the desk in front of me. There's a notebook, a pen, and a coffee mug. Just taking a moment to really notice that helps keep me in the present.
Okay, what is one thing you can hear right now?
Yeah, right now I can hear a faint hum, maybe from a fan or the air conditioning in the background. Just noticing that sound helps keep me grounded right here.
Okay. Why is silence important sometimes?
Yeah, silence is really valuable because it gives your mind a chance to rest, reflect, and recharge. Without constant noise, you can actually process your thoughts more clearly, and it creates space for creativity and calm.
How can you reduce stress by beginning present?
Yeah, when you bring yourself into the present, you stop worrying about future or past scenarios. You anchor yourself in what's real right now, which calms your nervous system. You might use your breath, your senses, or just a pause, and that brings a sense of peace.
What is one activity that help you focus?
Yeah, one activity that really helps me focus is a short mindfulness walk. Just stepping outside, paying attention to each step, and noticing the air or the sounds around me. It clears my mind and brings me back to the task.
How can you enjoy your daily routine?
Yeah, you can enjoy your daily routine by adding small things you love, like a favorite song, a nice walk, or a mindful pause. And also be intentional. Set a purpose for each task so it feels meaningful and not just like a chore.
Okay. Why should you task breaks?
Yeah, talking less or pausing more gives you space to really listen, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. It also keeps conversations more balanced, prevents overwhelm, and lets you process what's being talked about.
Why should you take breaks?
Yeah, taking breaks is really important because it gives your mind a chance to rest so you avoid burnout. Short pauses actually boost focus and creativity, and you come back stronger and more productive.
How can you enjoy your daily routine?
Yeah, one way is to bring a sense of curiosity or gratitude to each part. So even mundane tasks can feel meaningful if you notice the small positives. And you mix it up, add variety, and celebrate little wins throughout your day.
How can you stay present while eating?
Yeah, to stay present while eating, slow down and really pay attention to each bite. Notice the taste, the texture, the smells, and chew more slowly. It helps you savor the food and keeps you anchored in the moment.
Okay, what is one way to practice mindfulness every day?
Yeah, one simple way is to set aside just a few minutes each morning for a breathing exercise. Just focus on your breath and let other thoughts come and go. By making it a habit, you just ground yourself in the present every day.
How can you help others stay present?
Yeah, you can help others stay present by gently guiding them. So maybe remind them to take a deep breath or invite them to notice something around them. Just being calm and present yourself can also help them tune in because that kind of presence is contagious.
Okay, why is living in the moment a good habit?
Yeah, living in the moment is a good habit because it helps you fully experience life as it happens. You notice small joys, reduce stress, and you're less likely to get lost in regrets or future worries. So you're more grounded and more content.
Okay, Allah Hafiz.